104.7 The Drive. We are Denver's urban alternative. Good morning to you. It is Thursday, which means Community Corner. Oh, wait. Is your mic not on? Oh, wait. There we go.
I'm going to let you have that.
Every time it happens, huh?
I know.
At least once.
I'm used to it.
We have a very special guest today. Her name is Dānia Clarke. She is the founder of BRIDGE, which is an acronym, ladies and gentlemen, for Building Relationships in Diverse Group Environments, right? This is a social impact initiative that uses games, workshops, and videography to foster meaningful connection and belonging across diverse communities. Dānia, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here and spending some time with us today.
Thanks for having me. Really
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you a native of Denver?
I'm not. I'm originally from New York, but I've been here for about 3 years.
Okay, perfect. All right, now talk about BRIDGE. How did this come about? What did you experience that made you say, you know what, this is something I need to create?
Yeah, so it started about 10 years ago. I was doing some street interviews, going around asking people what they were grateful for. And I realized how much we all have in common. There were a lot of people who really opened up and shared really deeply personal stories. And it moved me, and it felt like there was just more to explore in this space. And then as I continued to talk to other people, realizing, okay, we all share a lot of similar struggles, but also a lot of similar needs. And it felt like this is just something that people needed a voice to be able to share, like, their stories. And so that's kind of how my passion for human connection began, and continue to explore that a bit.
Nice. Do you have a background in, like, human connection, or did you go to college for anything of that nature?
I didn't. It's funny. I went to a liberal arts college, Bennington College in Vermont, and they're all about, like, exploration, and there's a lot of human connection in that small campus of about 700 students. So it kind of started there, and really felt like it just made sense for me.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So BRIDGE, you said it uses workshops and videography to foster these connections. Can you talk about some of the things that happen in those workshops?
Yeah, absolutely. So the workshops take place in different settings for nonprofits, for education systems, and it's really all about connecting people, but creating that safe space for people to be able to open up. I think something I've learned in this process is there are a lot of people who feel that they want to share their stories but don't have the room to. And so gamifying things helps a lot. And so kind of taking the pressure off of, like, having to talk about certain things. If you have a game or a prompt or some sort of third party of some sort, it really helps people to feel like they can just share more.
Right.
And so depending on the goal of whoever I'm with, whether it's adaptability or hope, resilience, things like that, I can sort of tailor the workshops to that. So it can look like small group activities, large group activities, one-on-one, and going from there.
So in the last 10 years of you doing this work, there's been a lot of, like, shifts culturally, right? Like DEI became this cute little buzzword, and now it's very vilified. What have you noticed in your, like, has it impacted your work at all? And if not, have you noticed any shifts as you try and help make these bridges?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, definitely kind of the obvious. It was COVID era, 5 years ago that started. And DEI is a big buzzword. I have mixed feelings about it. I think for me, my work centers more around, like, inclusivity in all senses of the word. And so not just race, ethnicity, but, like, your history and your mindset and things like that. And so it kind of encompasses that. And I do think there has been a shift where people feel more and more isolated. And it's not news. There's also, like, the male loneliness epidemic. And I think it's gotten worse in the sense that people feel more disconnected, but I think people are more open to having different ways to be able to connect. And so this is kind of the right time, I think, to be in this field.
Yeah. Cool. If you're just tuning in, we're listening and talking to Dānia Clarke, founder of BRIDGE. Okay, now, for our listeners out there, can you explain what it's like to get a game created? Was it a challenge to do something like this, to get it created and actually manufactured?
It wasn't as much of a challenge as I expected. I was like, I knew I wanted to create some, going back to gamifying things, I knew I wanted to have a tool for people to be able to bring in their own spaces, whether it's with family or at work. And the questions came from my own personal experiences, but also from other people. So the game is called Transitions, and so the theme is transitions, whether you are changing your career path, moving to a new city, reinventing yourself as a person, which I think we all do throughout the course of our lives many times. And it was just a lot of research and, find the manufacturer, but it was less about the practicality of it and more about how do I want people to feel when they play the game. How should they feel walking away from, around a session. So a lot of life experience. So it wasn't hard. It just was a lot of exploration and talking to people.
Nice.
So the game transitions, how does it help you create these connections among diverse people?
Yeah, I mean, the theme of transitions is universal. So I would say that's sort of the grounding point is everyone is experiencing a transition in some way, shape, or form. And it allows me to kind of help people get settled, get grounded. I use it myself sometimes. People think, I have answers to all the questions just because I created it. That's not true. I use it for journaling. Other people use it for journaling. And it's helped me to approach things with curiosity. I think that's also kind of a focal point of my work is be curious about other people. Even someone you've known for a long time, there's always more we can know, more we can learn. Even if you've been married for years, I've had a married couple play and they were like, wow, we just learned something new about each other. So there's always something new to learn if we just stay curious.
Layers, I like that. Two-part question here. We're advocates for mental health. And so how is your mental health? How are you dealing with your own mental health? And then secondly, does this game Transitions address that in some form or fashion?
Absolutely, yeah. I say transitions, it's not a replacement for a therapist, or anything like that. I certainly don't have a mental health background, but I have a lived human experience background and understand that there are a lot of people who, like you said, have a range of where they are in their mental health. So, to answer your question, that is a good question. I've been in December. It's a very reflective time. How is my mental health?
I mean, it's seasonal depression time right now, right? There's a lot of times where people are kind of feeling the holidays. Yeah. It's not all hunky-dory for everyone. There's loss. I mean, I've experienced 7-8 losses within the last year and a half. So I'm still dealing with that. Could a game like this help me?
Absolutely. Yeah. The purpose, too, is to sort of see whether it's loss or any sort of change as space for opportunity and growth. And so a lot of it is what are your strengths that you can hone in on during times of change.
Kind of lean into.
Lean into. And so, I would say it helps, really. And for my mental health, I would say it's good right now, but I'm always in a reflective state and kind of checking in with myself.
As it should be. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so this Transitions and Bridge too, there's lots of workshops. You said you've worked with nonprofits, but is it something that just like I could maybe not at like a store, but can I just get it and like play it with Sugar Bear or like with my partner or even for myself?
Absolutely. It's definitely created. It's designed to be adaptable to the space. That's what Bridge is all about, really. No two people are the same. No two environments are the same. And so having something where you can use it in different scenarios, absolutely.
And build a community is the operative thing, right? That's the goal. You want to build community here.
Builds community. Be connected to self, be connected with others, strangers even. I do use these on the street. I'll go around Denver and go up to people and use a question from the deck.
That's great.
And it always moves me. I do feel emotional after speaking with people on the street because we pass people all the time and everyone has such a rich story that we don't know. And when you take 5 minutes, not even 2 minutes, these videos are, you learn so much. And I could go on.
How do you feel like, or in that experience, like on the street or something, are people vulnerable to like open up to someone who's a stranger, or is there a little resolve there?
That's a great question. It's kind of a mixed bag, but I don't get turned down as much as I would expect. You're friendly. You're a friendly. You have a friendly face. I appreciate that. I think, but I understand too, not everyone's comfortable with the camera. So the way I frame it, which is the truth, is, I say, hey, can I ask you a question to help inspire other people? Ooh. So people want to share their story and we all want to be able to contribute some sort of value that we do have to the world. So I think framing it in that way helps.
I love it.
Yeah. Do you then post those videos somewhere?
I do. I post them on Instagram.
How can people find them and you?
Yeah. So the videos and all things Bridge mostly live on Instagram at Bridge Humans, and you can find me out in the world, hopefully, in different organizations. But that. Bridge Humans is the main.
What's one last thing you would leave our listeners with if you're out there listening and you're like, you know what, this is gamifying, which is a great word for you to use. Like, there's a way for you to kind of get into yourself and learn more about yourself. What's one last word that you could give our audience?
One last word. I would say stay curious. that's what this all comes down to. Be curious about yourself. Don't think that you know everything about yourself or others. There's always something new to learn. So stay curious and stay open.
Nice. Okay, now where can they find you? Give them all the vitals. Is there a website, your Instagram, so on and so forth?
Sure, yeah. So Instagram handle is BridgeHumans and website is bridgehumans.com. TikTok in the works. Not a fan, but trying to get with the times. So
Right.
it'll be BridgeHumans on TikTok eventually.
Thank you, Dānia, for coming by.
Thank you so
here.
much for having me.
This
I
is
really
amazing
appreciate
work, what you're doing. Godspeed with all of this, and we can't wait to play this, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's just great to be with people who care about community. I think it's just so needed.
This
so
is what
thank
we
you
do.
for what you do.
No, thank you for saying that. And I guess I just said play with the game. It's not really something you play with, right? It's something you experience, maybe. Is that a great
Yeah,
word?
it's an experience. It's a tool. However, every deck comes with like digital downloads, so there are ways to gamify it, like a bingo sheet for, okay, if you answer these types of questions or meet with these type of people, and that'll just be added to for forever.
So I could potentially beat Sugar Bear.
If you want, yeah.
If you want to.
If you
We're in
wanted to
competition
lose.
mode, absolutely.
Thank you for stopping by Community Corner. We
Thank you
appreciate
so
you.
much.
Make sure you look out for this video, ladies and gentlemen, so you can get all the details about this. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Community
it.
Corner,
you.
104.7 The Drop.